Hello and welcome in. Today we're going through the injury report on September 11th and kind of see what's going on with each team. We'll start off with the Arizona Cardinals. The biggest impact for them today is Jonah Williams, offensive tackle. He hit injured reserved. He's having a knee issue. So they're on Wednesday, they're trying to check it out, see what's going on, but it looks like he won't be back for at least 4 games, but we'll see when we get more information from there. Hopefully, it doesn't impact James Conner too much running the ball. Let's see here, or protecting Kyler Murray, if you will. Next up, we have the Buffalo Bills. The most impact for today is just Javon Solomon. Right now, it's saying that he's doubtful for the game on Thursday, but that's a pretty big hit considering they're also out Smoot and also Taron Johnson. Taron Johnson's out, so their defense is definitely going to be much weaker and much more compromised for this week against the Dolphins, which you don't want. But the Dolphins are down 2 running backs basically. We'll see. Raheem Mostert's out, so we'll see on that game and Achan's game time decision. So one's offense is hurt pretty bad, and one's defense is hurt pretty bad. So we'll see how they adjust there. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears. Keenan Allen went on Sunday when he was running a route down the field. Didn't catch the ball, but at the end of the play, he kind of came up, and the heel injury that had been bothering him before entering the game basically got re-aggravated. So he's questionable. I would assume it's day-to-day right now. I think he went back in the game after that and was still playing, so it wasn't too bad, but he was hobbling after that play. And then Rome Odunze, he's considered day-to-day. He got hurt during the game. It's a knee injury, but that's all we have right now, so he may or may not play. I imagine if he doesn't play, that's going to be really good for DJ Moore. And then if Keenan doesn't play, that's smash spot for DJ Moore. So next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. We have T. Higgins. He's not participating in practice on Wednesday. Let's see here. Also, their offensive tackle, Mims, he also has a pectoral injury, and so he's limited. So that will make a big difference in how they play also. Tanner Hudson's still out, and he's still injured. He's not participating still with his knee problem as well. Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns. Now, I'm not I'm not going to be biased here. I'll tell you this. I have too much of the Browns on all my best ball teams and fantasy teams. I was hoping for I figured they were going to throw the ball a lot this year. So when they played Dallas, I was really hopeful. And it was terrible for me. My heart kind of sank a little bit. I'm not going to tell you the percentages that I have of some of the players, but let's just say I'm definitely overweight. So Jack Conklin and Jedrick Wills Jr., their 2 offensive tackles, they were out that game, the last game. So that makes a lot of sense of why they just could do nothing, and Sean Watson was running for his life. I'm hoping it's better if they come back. They're both considered questionable right now, both with knee injuries. Wills did not practice on Wednesday, but at least Conklin did a limited practice on Wednesday. So that's so much I can breathe with a little bit of relief here, but we'll see in the days to come. I'm hoping they're both ready. If it takes one more game of them not having the tackles for them to be much healthier, I would appreciate if they would just let them sit one more game, and then we'll go from there. But I think when they're both back, this offense will look a lot different. I can't say that for Deshaun throwing the ball, but at least pocket presence won't be just crushed down upon the entire time. And it was Dallas Cowboys defense, which is good. So is what it is. Let's see. Oh, David Njoku. David Njoku also is out already. They've already considered him out. He's not on IR. No one said that yet, but he's out at least this week against the Jags. For the Dallas Cowboys, Jake Ferguson currently he didn't practice today, which can happen sometimes, which is no problem. I think he's day to day. He's not week to week. He's day to day. I don't think he'll play, but we'll see. It's kind of like Njoku. They both got hurt in the same game, and and he was holding his leg pretty good, so I don't think he'll probably play, but they're saying he might. There's a chance. So for the Denver Broncos, their offensive tackle and their center are both questionable right now. One has a calf injury, and the other one has an ankle injury. So we have to monitor that because they already didn't look too great in the first game. So if they're down both of those guys, that's not going to be great. Josh Reynolds re-aggravated his Achilles injury that he had in preseason. So he may not play. Again, he's questionable right now. And unfortunately, Audric Estime, he basically hit IR. So he's gone for at least 4 weeks. It's his ankle is bothering him. So we'll see how that plays out. For the Detroit Lions, Jameson Williams came up with an ankle injury that came out of nowhere. I thought he played great. Didn't see him roll up on it or anything like that. But he's questionable right now. So after that stud performance, it sucked to lose him. And for the Green Bay Packers, this is already too soon for me. But Josh Jacobs is questionable with a back injury. This can't be happening. It's the first game of the season. Don't do it, Josh Jacobs. Don't be hurt. Jordan Love, I don't know why they don't just put him on IR. They said 3 to 6 weeks. Now they're saying that he's doubtful for the game, but it's possible he could play. Just give the man some rest. I'm not anti-Green Bay, but just, man, why risk it? There's a whole season. Give him at least 1 week. Just go ahead and rule him out. Call it a day. Marshawn Lloyd is questionable right now. His hamstring, so we'll see if he comes back. He was out last game. For the Houston Texans, you have Dalton Schultz with a surprise injury. It's to his ankle, so he didn't practice on Wednesday, but again, it's just questionable. It's not doubtful or anything like that, so we'll see what happens with him. It comes tomorrow. Usually Thursday and Friday are the most telling. For the Indianapolis Colts, Josh Downs is questionable. He had a limited participant. He was a limited participant in practice today. For the Kansas City Chiefs, you got Hollywood Brown. He's still questionable for his shoulder. He didn't practice today, but we'll see. They're giving hope that he may come back this week, but give him another week. You're holding it down pretty good with the guys you got. For the Los Angeles Chargers, you got Joshua Palmer. He's got a knee issue. I guess he picked up in the game against the Raiders, and he was limited in practice today. For the LA Rams, you got Puka Nacua hit injured reserve today. I saw some reports that said 4 weeks. I saw some that said it may be much more than that. So that's pretty devastating to anyone who drafted him and just the Rams. He's a really good wide receiver. Also, offensive tackle Joe Noboom. Noboom. He also hit injured reserve today as well. And a guard. Man, their offensive line is toast. So that's not good news whatsoever for Kyron fans and people who want to see Matthew Stafford in one piece after a game. For the Miami Dolphins, Devon Achane, he's considered a game time decision. Don't know for sure. Raheem Mostert is definitely out for this game. They already called that. Malik Washington is also out. He has a quadricep injury. For the Minnesota Vikings, Jordan Addison's questionable. He's got the same ankle injury. He picked it up again, he re-aggravated it during the game. For the New England Patriots, you have Antonio Gibson picked up a hip injury. He was limited at practice, and he's considered questionable. For the New Orleans Saints, you have Foster Moreau. He picked up a concussion in the game, so he was limited in practice on Wednesday. Due to that, he is questionable. For the New York Giants, Darius Slayton is questionable. He also got a concussion during that game, so see if he clears that before time. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, you got Roman Wilson. He's still limited right now. He practiced it in a limited capacity. He's questionable for this weekend's game. And then Russell Wilson more than likely is going to sit out one more game. Justin Fields will get the start, and we'll see if if he wins another game, maybe they just say, Russell, sit down. Be humble. For the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey is still limited by his Achilles / his calf injury. He was supposedly supposed to play against the Jets, and then last minute didn't. I anticipate they'll probably, with the way Mason was running the ball and that scheme, they're probably just going to sit him again just to make sure he's rested up. That's what I would do. But who am I? Juwan Jennings, he's limited still. He was limited last week, but he still played anyway, so he'll probably be fine as well. For the Seattle Seahawks, Noah Fant is dealing with the same toe injury he had prior to the season. Tyler Lockett also is limited. He has a thigh issue that was also in preseason. So, and they both played this previous week, so no problem there. Kenneth Walker has that abdomen issue. He had that last year, I believe. He's dealt with it before. He said he was fine, but we'll see. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, oblique. Yeah, sorry. That's all I got today. Thanks for stopping by. If there's anything else you'd like to see, comment down below. Any feedback, I'd love to hear it.